Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I bring you the best crime series that you should definitely watch on Netflix now. If you are eager to check out these titles, leave the like in the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's check out these series now. The NBC series Hannibal may have begun as a bit of a procedural, but the show quickly finds its groove as more of a psychological thriller crime show than a case of the week type deal. Based on the Thomas Harris novel of the same name, the show began as a Hannibal Lecter series of sorts. Mads Mikkelsen plays forensic psychiatrist Dr. Hannibal Lecter, who is called upon by gifted criminal profiler Will Graham, Hugh Dancy, and the Behavioral Sciences Unit of the FBI to help track down a serial killer. Will and Hannibal develop a wildly inappropriate, deeply bonded relationship, which only further complicates matters when Will begins to suspect that Hannibal might have a role to play in these murders. And for Harris fans, the show covers various beloved storylines from his Lecter books, one part crime procedural mystery, one part twist-filled psychological thriller, and one part full-on horror story. Hannibal is a wholly unique series that gets weirder and weirder as it goes on, but keeps you enraptured the entire time. You'll soon start to wonder how in the world a show this graphic, this poetic, and this strange aired on NBC for 3 seasons. The opening scene of the first episode of Bodyguard sinks its hooks in you, and the show never really lets up throughout its 6-episode first season. The series premiered in the UK to staggering numbers before making its US debut on Netflix, and it follows a Metropolitan Police officer named David Budd, Richard Madden, who is tasked with guarding the life of Conservative Home Secretary Julia Montague, Keeley Hawes, in the midst of a political crisis, namely the debate over how to deal with terrorism. Budd's personal life and background are slowly revealed throughout the show, forcing the audience to consistently question whether he's a true hero or a potential villain. If you loved the first season of Homeland, this show is absolutely for you. Discovery took a chance on a rare scripted series for their network, but it paid off. Manhunt. Unabomber chronicles the case of Ted Kaczynski, aka the Unabomber, who was active for almost 2 decades before the FBI caught him, mainly because, as the show notes, his brother turned him in. But Manhunt focuses on the inner workings of the FBI through the lens of Jim Fitzgerald. Sam Worthington, who created forensic linguistics as way to help catch criminals. Like in Netflix's Mindhunter, Fitz's path is filled with red tape, and he has to fight the institution to better it, and satisfy his own obsession with the case. Paul Bettany is exceptional as Kaczynski, especially in the series' penultimate episode, which focuses just on his character. And while Manhunt Unabomber takes place in the 90s and includes some well-placed cultural touchstones, its retro setting is never satirical or over-the-top. The series is an earnest portrayal of a notorious case and the fascinating but deranged, at least one of them, men at the center of it. Few could have predicted not only how big of a deal the People v. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story would be, but also how genuinely great the show is. The first installment of a new anthology series from American Horror Story and Glee creator Ryan Murphy, O.J. takes a unique look at this seminal moment in history by revealing new truths not just about the case, but the environment surrounding it, how issues of sexism, racism, and class played heavy roles in the outcome, and how little-known facts changed the course of history forever. The show is tremendously well acted, especially by Sarah Paulson as Marcia Clark, Sterling K. Brown as Christopher Darden, and Courtney B. Vance as Johnny Cochran. Trust me, this is not the show you think, and as a 10-episode piece of storytelling, it's one of the best things that's aired on TV in the past decade. Executive produced and essentially run by David Fincher, Mindhunter is one of TV's best shows currently running, hands down. The series is based on true events and follows the early days of the FBI's criminal profiling unit in the late 1970s. 2 FBI agents from the FBI's Behavioral Science Unit, Holden Ford, Jonathan Groff, and Bill Tench, Holt McCallany, set out to interview imprisoned serial killers to see if they can understand why they did what they did, to help create a profile for the FBI to catch these kinds of killers. The show is methodical, wildly engrossing, and surprisingly funny, and Fincher himself directs a number of episodes throughout the first 2 seasons, resulting in a terrific piece of filmmaking as well. It's an addictive series that refuses to go down easy or well-worn paths, instead, finding brand new ways to chronicle stories that have been told countless times, and as a result, offering wholly new insight into human behavior. Oh yeah, and it's deliciously entertaining. And if you loved these series and are going to watch them now, leave the like in the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos, and don't forget to follow me on social media so you don't miss any news. Thank you so much for watching until here, and see you in the next video.